All right, so I am going to show you how to import a different part into Fusion 360. Notice I'm just going to, oh, sorry. I'm just going to delete a few pieces. Okay. Cool. All right, so we've got our, so just ignore all this stuff here. We're going to end up putting this hook and stuff into this into this assembly document in a minute. But first we need to upload some new parts. So the way we need to do that is we actually go to the internet and find the parts. Most, let's see here. Most vendors actually give CAD parts if it's something that they know is going to be built like with a robot or something. So here's Rev Robotics, for example, and they have this aluminum extrusion that we have in the shop for you to build with. And so I'm going to go to the CAD section down below. It's notice in documentation and resources. And I'm going to click Rev 21 1000 step file. It says it's all downloaded, so that's good. I'm going to show you another site that's really helpful is this McMaster-Carr site. Pretty much anything you can think of is on here. So like, I don't know, you pick a thing. Earlier we were looking for a hinge. So if I say hinges, you could pick pretty much any of these. So I'm going to pick this mortise mount hinges. And I'm going to go with, I don't know, this one right here. Notice they do say CAD, but they say for technical drawings and 3D models, click on a part number. So we're going to pick one, and we're just going to say, sure, 3 inches by 1.5 inches. I'm cool with that. Yeah. So we click on this part number, and then there's this product detail. So one, it'll show me the picture. This is kind of like the hinges we have on one of the big robots. And then when you come down, it gives you the option to get a 3D step file or other kinds. We're just going to go with 3D step. We're going to say save. And now we also have this hinge that we can import. So I'm going to go back to Fusion 360. Notice I have this left bar up. To get this up, you just click on the waffle, show data panel. Make sure you're in the right folder and project. So this is my Boost Classes project, and I'm inside my Robotics 1 folder. That's this breadcrumb shows you where you are. If you're not in the right place, you just press this back button until you see something you recognize, or if you need to make new folders, just make a new folder. So now let's upload both the Rev extrusion piece and that hinge. So I'm going to go to Upload, select Files, and we have a couple different things here. So first I'm going to get this Rev 21 1000 step, and then going back here quickly, what was this? 194A420. 194A420. So I'm going to hold Command. So we've got these two pieces, and I'm just going to say upload. It'll take a minute for them to upload. It shouldn't take more than like 30 seconds. Close. Okay, so cool. See, look, we have this hinge that we can use, and we also have down here this extrusion that we can use. Now for our hook assembly, we really, I mean, you can kind of see over here a little hint of where we're going. We don't really need this, or we do need this. We don't really need this. We'll probably end up going back to McMaster-Carr in a little bit for some bolts. But anyway, for right now, let's just do what we've got. So I'm going to make a new file, and I'm going to save this as, well, actually, cancel. I am going to delete this guy. Yes. Oh, okay. I think it's this one. Just going to get rid of this so it's clearer. Uh-huh. All right, so we want this guy. We want to move all of this stuff to done stuff, move, done. Okay, so we just clean up our view over here a little bit. So now I need to make basically a hook backing. I want to keep this piece good. Like I want to keep it whatever size it is, and I don't want to change it, because if I start changing it, then I lose track of what the original extrusion was, and I might want to use it for something else, right? So I'm going to make a new part. I'm going to call it hook back, which is just going to mean just that extrusion bit that has the that is the size of the hook. I may want to get the different one. Okay, so I'm editing hook back now, so I'm going to try and drag this over, which it doesn't do. So I'm going to say insert into current design. Okay, which is cool. And I'm just going to say Y angle, because the Y axis is this way. I want to rotate that way down. It might be this way. I can't tell without seeing my face. I just say okay. And then see this little link here? I am going to break the link. We just want it to be a copy of this. We don't want it to be the actual part. When we put it in the other assembly, okay, which I'm going to make here in a minute, I do want it to be the actual part so that it updates and edits. But this I want to be a copy because I don't want to change this part. Okay, so now I'm going to zoom in, look at it from the right side. Almost done. Okay. Here we go. So I'm going to zoom in. I actually don't need this for a second, so I'm going to put it away. And if I look at it from the top, I can figure out how long it is. It looks like it's about 20 inches. Right? So if I inspect, I just click on any of these lines, it's 19.685 inches. So what we want to do is we want to turn it into something that's 3 inches. So I'm just going to click on that. I'm going to modify, but I don't want to do offset faces. So I'm going to click on this face and I'm going to say Q. Why you do this? Try it again. Modify, create, extrude. There we go. For whatever reason, the press pull isn't working, but extrude does. So, and I want to extrude negative 16.685 inches. Notice that it changes this to a cut, and it's going to cut the body one of the piece that we brought in, right? If you look at the cut, let's do this. If you look at what it's saying it's going to do, it's going to basically cut off all of that and just leave the last 3 inches. And we say, yep, that's what I want. So, okay, boom, does it. I am going to move it to the center here. All right, so now I've got this, and I'm just going to save it. User saved. Okay, because we need that inside of our assembly, which we're going to do here in a second. So the last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in a bolt. We need number 10 screws. We're going to want, this is an inch thick. So we're going to want like and then this is 1/4 inch plate. So the very least, the bolts are going to have to be 1.5 inches, and that would mean that there is no threads. So I want 1 3/4 inches. So again, I'm going to go back to McMaster here and get what I need. Bolt. And I probably want a socket head screw. Yeah, alloy steel would be good. And then the size is 10/24. And I want my length to be 1 3/4 inches. So I've got these black ones. I'm just going to use, it doesn't really matter which one. I am going to go with the black oxide because why not? I click on the part number, remember, to get the product detail, and then I can get the CAD file. So I'm going to save that, and I know it's 91251. Okay, 91251, go back here, upload, select files, 91251. Okay, upload. All right, once I have this uploaded, I'm going to stop this and I'm going to start the actual assembly video. Hopefully, though, this was helpful. In fact, I can kind of skip ahead to that. You know how the rest of this goes. It'll upload it. It's able to be imported. Next video, I'll show you how to assemble things, and that should kind of give you an idea of how to build a part that's more than just a single part, from the hook up to through the importing and then the assembly. So that's it.